Welcome for the last day in this parliament. Today is the last sitting of the 13th parliament, which was elected on 5th of May 2013. As parliament is expected to be dissolved tomorrow to pave the way for the 14th general election, although there is speculation that the dissolution of parliament will only take place next Wednesday. Since last Wednesday, I've been attending parliament daily. But for the last 6 parliamentary sittings, the speaker and deputy speaker could not see me, and I could not participate in the parliamentary debates. Come. Now my votes counted in parliamentary voting. After being elected to parliament for 10 terms, spanning 45 years, from 1969 to 2018, except for the 10th parliament, I become a parliamentary ghost since last Wednesday, when I was suspended for 6 months for the second time during the present parliament for asking the very legitimate question as to where the speaker derived powers to impose an embargo on the Election Commission's constituency redelineation report after it was tabled in the House on 22nd of March, denying MPs the right to consult constituents and the Malaysian people on the Election Commission's report and to get public feedbacks before parliamentary debate on the report. The Election Commission's constituency redelineation report is the most pernicious and monstrous exercise in gerrymandering in the nation's history, completely subversive of nation-building principles underlined in the Malaysian Constitution and the Rukun Negara, as well as smashing into smithereens Vision 2020 objective of a Bangsa Malaysia and Najib's One Malaysia objective to create a Malaysia where every Malaysian, regardless of race, religion, region or socio-economic status, because he himself or herself as a Malaysian first, and these other factors second. This is why I became a parliamentary ghost after 45 years as MP in Parliament, was standing up for the Malaysian dream, that Malaysia can be a more united, harmonious, progressive and prosperous nation as envisaged by our forefathers, the Malaysian Constitution and the nation-building documents like the Rukun Negara. The passage of the Election Commission's Constituency Redelineation Report and the Anti-Fake News Bill are the last two ignoble acts of an expiring political coalition desperately seeking to retain power in Putrajaya in the 14th GE, although the country is hurtling headlong in the trajectory of a failed, rogue and kleptocratic state. I have described the Anti-Fake News Bill as Save Najib from 1MD scandal bill, not to fight fake news, to incite racial ill will, hatred and enmity, but to proscribe reports about the 1MD scandal, as well as to give immunity and impunity to UMNO and BN leaders, propagandists and quinoa cyber troopers, to concord and peddle fake news against Pakatan, Harapan and civil society leaders. Will the Anti-Fake News Act 2018 and the Deluge of fake news, lies and demonization from UMNO BN propagandists that I'm anti-Malay, anti-Islam, cause of May 13 riots in 1969, a communist, multiple agent of foreign powers including CIA, KGB, MI5, Australian Secret Intelligence, received 1 billion ringgit from Mahathir, 100 million ringgit from Tycoon Robert Kwok, and over 1 billion, there's only 1 ringgit, they must add 1 billion from Israeli sources, given 40 million to a news portal, offered past President Hadi Awang 100 million to defy the Sultan of Selangor, that I dominate and run Pakatan Harapan, want to be Prime Minister when Pakatan Harapan wins the 14th GE, disband Malay Regiment, destroy Malaysia-China relations, and a litany of incredibly fake news, false information, and downright lies. Of course not. Once the Anti-Fake News Act becomes law, it will pave the way for even more ferocious, baseless, and immoral deluge of fake news, false information and lies against Pakatan, Harapan and civil society leaders. Such a malicious campaign has long been in the preparation and has even started before the anti-fake news legislation is on the statute books. Yesterday, the opening salvo for the revival of the canard that I want to be PM of Malaysia, when Pakatan Harapan wins the 14GE, was fired when the domestic trade, cooperatives and consumerism minister, Dato Sri Hamzah Zainuddin, alleged in the new NSC that if Pakatan Harapan wins the 14GE, I will be the PAC's main choice for PM and not Mahathir. PKR President Wan Azizah was even dragged into the picture, accusing her of being in the plot with me, as Hamzah claimed that we just want Dr. Mahathir to be the PM's prime ministerial candidate so that Dr. Mahathir will attack Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Razak. When UMNO BM ministers are capable of such pernicious and monstrous fake news, false information and lies, then the time is long overdue for a change of government to save Malaysia from hurtling along the trajectory towards a failed, rogue and kleptocratic state. Any questions? Anybody want to say anything? Okay, any questions?
Earlier today, Mahathir had a GC. He said today we will see unity of argument. So what does Tunam mean by this?
Come in?
Tunam earlier he said that today we'll see unity in the parliament.
We'll see what?
Unity.
Unity?
What does Tunam mean by that? Is there any plans by the opposition?
I think there's going to be another press conference later. So wait for it. Okay?
Announcing the logo for Pakatan?
I don't know. We'll wait for it. Be patient. Journalists must learn to be patient. Okay? Any other questions?
But what if PH decides to use PKR logo for the general elections, only one logo?
There's going to be a press conference later. That will be suitable. Suitable venue for that question. Any other questions? Kalau ada lagi? This is your last parliament and open to you for any ferocious questions.
Free for all.
Free for all, correct.
Maybe just in general, what do you think is the last day? So over the past 5 years, this particular...
I feel very sad that I become a parliamentary ghost. But even sadder that this parliament is the most shameful of all parliaments because it has done nothing to clear and cleanse Malaysia of the ill repute and reputation of a global kleptocracy. Any parliament worth its salt would have taken a stand to demand or to clear the nation's good name. But the present parliament has done nothing. Pretend that there is no such thing as a 1MDB scandal. And I think that's the most shameful thing that's happened for the 13th parliament. And I feel very ashamed of being a member of this 13th parliament. And I hope that the 14th parliament will open a new chapter in the history of Malaysia. And that we can save ourselves, save Malaysia's good name, and dare to dream again the Malaysian dream. Okay? Very clear, I will not stand in Gelang Patah, full stop. Because there is no Gelang Patah. Because under the new retaliation, there is no more Gelang Patah.
What about JB then?
Why JB?
Because there's speculation they're going to take on.
Oh, yeah, what the Sharia said. If DAP wants, DAP gets. If DAP wants, the DAP takes. There's only one political party which acts like that. You all know which party, isn't it? Which party acts like that? There's only one political party in the country that behaves like that for decades. Can you tell me which one? Which party? That party wants, that party gets. That party wants, that party takes. Which party is that? You know, correct? Which party? Hegemony. I will give a reply to Syarif in Johor Bahru tomorrow. Okay?
Are you ready to take him on?
I will give him a reply in Johor Bahru. This Liu Tuk Lai says I'm going to Bentong. Syarif challenged me to go to Johor Bahru. There are many challenges all over the country, all over the place. But I will reply to Syarif in Johor Bahru tomorrow. Okay? But there's only one thing that conducts itself like that. What it wants, it takes. What it wants, it gets. Which party is that? Do you know which party? Which party is that? Do you know which party? Can you name the party? You even dare not name the party. You see? You dare not even name the party because it is so hegemonistic, isn't it? What it wants, it gets. What it wants, it takes. Tomorrow, I will spell if they're not even name the party, I will name the party tomorrow. Okay? Any other questions before we say goodbye? Okay.
So you deny that you just want to talk.
Pardon?
In your statement over here, you deny the claim that you and Dr. Sri Dr. Wan Azizah want Dr. Mahathir to become Prime Minister candidate so that Dr. Mahathir will become Prime Minister. So you're denying that. So why do you want to be the Prime Minister candidate for Pakatan, Harapan? Is this what you agree on? If so, why?
Well, the issue is whether the issue here is that there's a great charade going on that I dominate the Pakatan Harapan. I'm going to Prime Minister, but that the whole thing is a charade, and Tun M is just only a pawn agent, consciously or unconsciously, who will be made use of, and everybody knows that that's utter rubbish, and that's part of the campaign which is going to be launched in the coming weeks, and somehow they lost direction in the last 2 months when we announced Tun M as the Pakatan designate Prime Minister designate for Pakatan Harapan. They were attacking me as I'm going to be Prime Minister, I'm going to run the whole show. Suddenly, that target disappeared, and they felt that the campaign line of false news, lies is very important for them in order to steal the next general elections. So I'm expecting a ferocious revival of this attack, and the press should report it.
So did you want Tun M to be the Prime Minister?
Yes, that is the consensus of the 4 parties in Pakatan Harapan, and fully endorsed it. So the whole question that UMNO is now coming, UMNO cyber troopers and propagandists is coming up with a lie that this is just a charade, that I'm going to be the Prime Minister of Malaysia. Pardon? You wait for tomorrow and see. Okay. Okay.
Would like to take pictures with you.
Okay.
The media would like to take pictures.
Come.
All right, okay.
他们进来了，他们进来给了我们兵处，我们兵处，我们进来。